All right, guys, we are back. We're live on the YouTube channel for the second time, and we're breaking down UFC 318, Dustin the Diamond Poirier's last dance. Sad to say, it's going to be a banger card. It's a pay-per-view event, which is kind of crazy. They're making it the BMF title, so we're breaking down that fight. UFC 317. I didn't win any bets. It is what it is, but we got our boy Thomas Petersen in the room, UFC heavyweight, our longtime friend. We're happy to have you, dude. And we wanted to break this fight down with you. We were gonna have you on last night or last weekend. You know, you're a busy man. We get it. I wanted to ask you though, how'd you feel about those heavyweight fights? Because there were some good fights.
I seen Derek Lewis winning for sure, and then just because that guy was so young, didn't like have any real experience, past the first round, and now you're fighting a guy that just dominates the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
No,
Hold
I
on,
know
I gotta wait for Buck.
you're good, dude.
You gotta go poop.
So Dill,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna mute me quick. Hold on.
you're good, bro. So Dill, when he was high on Derek Lewis from the moment that fight started. Tom was on Derek Lewis. Unfortunately, the early stoppage and shit, no one really liked that. I felt like it was an early stoppage. It is what it is. Excuse me. But Taliesin Teixeira, 8-0, regional scene fighting Derek Lewis. Kind of crazy, but the one that stood out to me the most, all the heavyweights, was Walter Walker. Your boy's underdog the whole card. I came on here very confidently, which doesn't happen a lot, often with underdogs. But I came on here confidently. I picked Walter Walker. I sure as hell didn't think he was gonna do 3 back-to-back-to-back heel hooks in the first round. This guy's crazy. Um, to think your boy Lucas Brzeski, not your boy. It's not like you enjoy watch. Your favorite heavyweight fighter, but he beat Walter Walker, and we're gonna watch him this weekend. He's taking on Ryan Spann, but I don't know, man. UFC, MMA, it's so fun to watch. It's so unpredictable. You never know who's gonna win. Walter Walker looks very improved, much better, than he did on his regional scene. I don't know. He's taking it very seriously, so I'm excited to watch Walter Walker, and I'm just happy he pulled through that with my underdog. I forget who was your big underdog. Was it Nate?
Yeah, I think I tried going with Nate. That did not quite pan out for me. He was taking a lot of damage there towards the end, and yeah, they ended up jumping on it and calling it. But
It looked
yeah,
great. It looked great.
yeah, he was hanging in there until he wasn't.
Dylan, did you know his line switch? He was like I think like a plus 275 underdog. And then at the end of the second round, going into the third, the line flipped and he was a minus 300 favorite. Nate Landwehr against Morgan Shire. And he got knocked out.
Yeah, a lot of favorite. I think maybe hometown money was just coming in on him because they were there live betting, maybe watching the fight go down. But yeah, Morgan just came out and he called his card and just said, "All right, let's throw down," and he started connecting there, and that was good. But yeah, I mean, I picked Volter with you as well. He just wasn't my dog of the card, and really wish that they would have that prop out there of Volter Walker by heel hooks. I would have hit that. That would have been crazy, dude. Third one in a row. Probably the first time it's ever been done. And I have signed the petition and put it onto the state that we need to change his name from Clean Monster to Heel Hook Walker. So hopefully we'll get that done.
Hell
That's
yeah, dude.
crazy.
I agree. And heel hook, I forgot who I was listening to, but Walter Walker's sub prop, which I knew was like a plus 600. And I hit him in one parlay that never cashed, but I had him in by submission at plus 600. And Chidi Njokuani screwed that parlay up for me. But his Apparently in some books, I don't know where it is, they offer heel hook was plus 800 and his sub prop was plus 600. Just awful. Like plus 800 is disgusting. It should be like 20 or 30 to 1. But anyway, needless to say, the card was really exciting. It was fun. It was awesome. Gabriel Bonfim slid through with, the skin on his teeth. Literally, like, I don't know. People think that Steven won, and I could give it to him for sure. So we could go on about the card. We didn't win anything, unfortunately. What was the last one I wanted to point out? Vitor Petrino by submission. That was in Jake Matthews by submission. Like both of those props, really big. Anyway, I digress. We will move on. And we're going to go right into the very first fight, which is the women's Carly Judice versus Nicole Kalari. And I ain't going to waste no time. Not going to bet them. Extremely low level women's fights. And I guess I'll go, I went with the underdog last time. And I'm going to go with her again. I'm going to take the underdog, Nicole. No real reason. It's low level MMA, women. So we're going Nicole.
Nice. And Nicole Cagliari, I mean, she's all right. She's decent. She racked up a few wins there in a row, but none of them were at UFC level. I mean, she had her contender fight there. I'm going to go the other way, though. I'm going to go with Carly. Like you said, I'm probably not going to bet it. I'm just going to go with Carly because she's from Louisiana. She's going to have the hometown crowd behind her. Hopefully, she doesn't let the hype train get too much to her, but give me the hometown hero, Carly.
Roger that. And the next fight we talked a little bit about before everyone got in here. We got Bruno Ferreira taking on our boy Jackson McVeigh, Minnesota, hometown boy. Yeah, hell yeah. And dude, I got to point out right away when we talked about a little bit about it, the betting line is absolutely nuts, and people are talking about it. Jackson McVeigh stepped in at first a plus 500 underdog, and Bruno Ferreira was a minus 700 favorite. That's like a 92% probability they're saying that he's going to win that fight, which is nuts. So Jackson McVeigh is 5 inches taller, and he's got a 5-inch reach. This one just screams under 1.5. Like, you hammer the 1.5 at under 1.5 at minus 285. But honestly, Tom, I want to hear your opinion on this fight. Like, do you think the line is just blown out to, like, Jackson McVeigh is 6-0. I know he hasn't been hit by someone like really hard in the UFC because it's a whole nother game. But Jackson McVeigh is a fighter and he's a big guy.
Yeah, I think it's free money for McVeigh. I think that McVeigh handles every moment really good. He doesn't let pressure get to him. And I think that like he was he was all in on International Fight Week, ready to go, ready to take a fight in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this guy's got big old balls on him. And I trained with him. Jackson McVeigh is one of my friends, and I think his ground game is what's really going to separate this fight. Like, I feel like he'll get in, he'll do some dirty work in the clinch, like you were saying, and then that guy will panic for a second and shoot and think he's safe. But Jackson McVeigh's nasty. He's nasty close range, and he's nasty on the ground from anywhere. So, I think Jackson McVeigh will shock the world in my mind. And I know he won't. The fight's not going to be. He's not going to quit, no matter what. He won't quit. So I don't think unless he gets his lights put out, is the only way of stopping this guy. And I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I love that. And I just want to point out this prop. Jackson McVeigh by submission in the first round is plus 2,200. Like,
yeah. And like you were saying before, his like guillotines work for this guy. Anything dart strokes are a lot easier for him because he's so long. He's so long for this weight class. So anytime there's an entanglement, like that other guy's got to just be perfect. And so, I just see a lot of plus side for Jackson McVeigh for all you gambling addicts,
Hell yeah. And I got to point out too, you got a 6'4" true middleweight going up against a 5'10". Like I think Bruno Ferreira could cut down to 170 and be an issue. Um, I think it's gonna be awesome to view for as long as it goes. I watch every fight, UFC. It's like watching a car crash when you see these two guys. Competitors. Their styles. Styles make fights, and I think Bruno Ferreira is awesome to watch. And what I've watched on Jackson McVeigh on the regional scene is just craziness. He goes in there and, like you said, he does not quit. He's in your face and he puts the pressure on constantly. And I think he does his best work in the clinch. I think it's going to be a submission, but I'm also going to hammer the under 1.5 because I don't see this going past 2.5 minutes in the second round. What do you think, though?
I like your under 1.5. I wasn't even looking at that earlier, but that is very enticing. And hearing Tommy's side of the story, I mean, going with the underdog, might as well. Give me some Jackson McVeigh money. I mean, he's undefeated. We'll keep that streak running. I know, Christopher, you were pulled on him. I really want to see him fight Cedricus Dumas. I was hoping he was just going to beat that Dumas ass all over the cage. But he'll get his debut here. And the only hesitation I have is just the experience level, the experience. But he's younger by, I mean, how much younger is he? 8 years? Six years. So yeah, 6 years younger, and the dude coming down from St. Louis. Let's get it done. I will go with the heavy underdog, McVeigh.
Let's go. Easy money. Easy
We're
money,
gonna go
DB.
3 for 3. And before we move on from this, I want to point out too, Bruno Ferreira struggled with Nursultan Rozaboyev, who's 6'5". He's a long, middleweight, like Jackson McVeigh. And I think Jackson McVeigh is even more violent in the clinch. So 3 for 3. We're all hammering Jackson McVeigh on the pick. So moving on.
Team Minnesota. Team Minnesota, baby.
Yeah, Minnesota all the way. And I wanted Tom's opinion on this one right away. We got a heavyweight fight up against Ryan Superman Spann taking on Lucas Brzezinski. Ryan Spann, 22-11. He's 33 years old, 6'5" with a 79-inch reach. And Lucas Brzezinski is 33, 6'4" with a 78-inch reach. And the first thing I got to say, and then I want you to take this one, Tom. Ryan Spann, I hate to say it, he's the fighter that's, man, he's so dangerous round one. He's round one or bust, unfortunately, in these last, go look at all his fights. The last time he won a decision was like 10 years ago to Sam Alvey. So,
oh boy.
Ryan Spann is violent in the first round, and he's moving up to heavyweight right now. But what do you got on this?
I don't think he's a heavyweight. Like, I don't think he obviously he's fighting in heavyweight, but a lot of people don't call me a heavyweight. But like you looked at the size difference when he fought Waldo, or Waldo bullied him, and then and Waldo's a good fighter too. And but I just think he's not as powerful at heavyweight, and I think this is a fight. I think they're both on a losing streak, and so I think this is kind of where I was. My last fight was loser gets caught in this fight. So they both are going to be bringing it. They're both going to be all in, hopefully, and should be a show because there's a lot on the line. But that other guy's chinny, but that Brian Spann or whatever his name is he just ain't a heavyweight in my eyes.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think he's just having a little hard time of, just feeling out that there's a power difference. And so anyways, like I'm excited for it. I'll be watching because one day I'll probably fight one of these guys. So but it's a coin flip for me. Like it's just they both fought similar competition. They both fought that Waldo, I think, and then
Yep.
One guy made it a little bit further, and then yeah, I don't know. This is a coin flip. What are the odds?
The odds, Ryan Spann, I believe, is a minus 220 favorite right now. Let me look. Yeah, minus 225 favorite.
I would take the other guy just because it's close, and like you said, that
Yeah, and
Yeah, bro.
I don't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to say that the over 1.5 rounds is a plus 140. So honestly, you're just sweating that Ryan Spann doesn't finish him in the first round. Personally, I think Ryan Spann finishes this guy in the first round. I think he has way more finishing upside than Lucas Brzeski. But if he does not finish Lucas Brzeski in the first round, I think Lucas Brzeski takes this all day. Like I think it's a Tom from my gambling mind from UFC after the first round, if Lucas Brzeski's there, it's a live betting opportunity because Ryan Spann fades hard in the second and third round.
Yeah, but every gambling addict will see that, and then the line changes. And then whatever. I don't know. I like Lucas Bresky. I think he wins it, but I don't know. I just and it's more enticing that he's an underdog to me. Like if I was betting on it, but I can't bet.
Yeah. No, I get you. What do you got, Dill?
No, I agree with you. I mean, Brian Spann's first rounder boss, but I like Lucas Bresky. I mean, last time they kind of weighed in, like UFC stats have it at Ryan Spann at 205 and Lucas Bresky at 236. So if he's carrying around 30 extra pounds, which I don't know if he's actually going to be on fight day, but he's got a big old Polish head. He's going to be able to take a few of those hits, and I think he's going to last a few rounds. So I mean, if you get out of the first round, I'm going to edge it more towards Lucas Bresky as well. So give me my Polish brother and I will take that underdog, like kind of Tom said. Like if it's going to be a pick 'em at this point, I want that underdog money. But if there's a fight prop out there like Spann in the first round or Bresky by decision, and if that's at plus money plus 200, I would put that in a parlay.
Ryan
Yeah, I would just take
Spann.
him straight. I would take. Sorry.
No, my bad. I just want to say Ryan Spann round 1. Just round 1 plus 170.
Yeah, I would
You
do
could
the
put
money
that in
line
with
on
something
Brisky.
else. You could do
I
that
would
in
do
something
the
else, but then I think just Bretsky, money
money line.
line is going to be more than that.
Yeah, Ryan Spann by submission or Brzeski by points plus 130. Two
Yeah,
on
and you
Peacock.
said Bresky's plus 220 or right now by himself
Plus,
Plus
money line.
185. Bretsky's plus 185 right now.
mhm.
Yeah, I would just take the money line. Safe.
But then
So
you kind of look at it too, because like Bretsky fought Waldo over a year and like 3 months ago, and he got finished in the first round from hooks. And
Yeah,
then Waldo, what was it, like 3 months ago? Waldo did the same thing to Spann, but it was in the second round. But it was the same exact shot, it looked like, with those
yeah.
hooks.
And
hey,
then the spam got tired.
Yeah.
um, either way, Tom finished both these guys. All right, moving
Let's
on.
go. Let's
We
go.
got Jimmy Crute in the light heavyweight division taking on Marcin Prachnio. And I won't sit on this one for too long. All I have to say is Jimmy Crute in his last 5 fights is 0 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. Kind of crazy. Marcin Prachnio is 37 years old. He's getting a little bit up there. But against Modestas Bukauskas in the clinch, I don't know if you remember that deal. He had a crazy high kick, like 6 inches from him. He threw a high kick up in like the clinch position and dropped him. So he's athletic. I'll be watching. I'm certainly not going to be betting, but this is where I feel like an underdog is live in Marcin Prachnio. I think Jimmy Crute. I don't know. I'm just going to take Marcin Prachnio. I'm not going to bet it, but that's all I got to say about that fight.
Jimmy
I
Crute.
like
I
Jimmy
like
Crew.
Crute.
I like her
Yeah.
too.
Thank you.
He touched him against like Anthony Smith where his like leg was blown out and he was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I just, I get it why you're picking Jimmy Crute. The UFC wants him to win. That's why his last, he had a draw against Adolfo Bellato, dominated him in the first round. Second gets a little closer. He is absolutely gassed by the third round and gets beat up, so it's a draw. Jimmy Crute has a gas tank questionable. It's got a question mark next to it. He's great in the first round. He really is. Um, I don't know. I don't have much. I don't have a hot take on this one. I don't have a lot of confidence. Like I said, Prachnio is like a plus 230 underdog. So I think that's, This guy has 0 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws in his last 5 fights. So not a bad guy to bet against. So you guys got Jimmy, I got Marcin. We can move right on. The next fight's much better. So we got, who is it here? We got Adam Fugat, welterweight, taking on Islam Dolatov. And Islam Dolatov, 26 years old, 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. Adam Fugat's 36 years old, so he's 10 years older, 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. And right away, I ain't gonna waste time on this one for sure. Islam Dolatov, the fucking German model, is gonna scorch this guy. And I'm picking submission. A lot of people think he's gonna win by knockout. I'm gonna take him for our show's sake. Islam Dolatov, this guy's body roasters. He goes to the ribs. He goes back upstairs. This guy, I don't know, man. There's something. Everyone carries that aura, like this Ateba Gatiar guy coming up next to. There's something about the UFC's pushing this guy hard, so they're kind of giving him Adam Fugat. He's 36 years old. He's tough as hell, but the UFC, I don't know. He fought Michael Morales. He's fought a lot of Mike Maylot. He's fought a lot of good UFC prospects, and I'm taking Islam Dolatov under the fight to go under 1.5 is a -200. I already took that in one parlay I made on, was it Tuesday? -200 under 1.5, and I think Islam can submit him. I think he can knock him out. I also think Adam Fugat is pretty damn tough. So I don't think he's going to weather to all his shots. I think he's going to get him in some kind of standing guillotine or something. He's great submission artist. So
Yeah, I don't know either of these guys, so I can't say nothing.
Tom, you
I'll
got
say I don't really know too
some of
much
these
about
guys'
him
highlights.
either, but Islam, just with the way the line is, I don't know if I would touch him at -650, and even Islam inside the distance at -390. It's gonna be pretty tough. But I do remember Adam's last fight because I thought the name looked familiar when he fought Josh Quinlan and won by split. I thought maybe Josh even won that fight. So I mean, based off the talent and him going win loss, win loss, win loss, hasn't been looking too great. Whereas the other guys put together quite a few good wins here, even though they've been outside the promotion. I mean, he had his Contender Series debut 9 months ago, so this is gonna be his first official fight. But 10 years younger, I mean, I'll take the German. That's all I got on that one. Here and Robert Valentine. Tom, you seen any one of these guys fight yet?
In what weight class?
These guys are 185.
No.
That Robert, I think, was on the last Contender Series. He had a pretty good time on that show, but he just lost to what was his name? Torres Finney. That was three
he
months
lost to
ago.
Finney?
Torres Finney. Yeah, he lost Finney by split. I mean, Finney, he did the right thing. He took him down the whole time and gained all the control, but didn't really give Robert a time to get up at all.
Oh yeah, I remember. Is that guy fighting again anytime soon?
Torres?
Finney?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna give Finney another chance. Dane doesn't seem too happy with him, I guess.
Yeah, no, I bet they do. They'll give him another chance, hopefully, because that guy's funny. That Finney, he's
They
just built
should.
funny. He's built like a little brick house.
I'd fucking piss so bad. You talking about a Taba Gatiar?
Yeah.
Dude.
Gautier versus Valentine.
Yeah, everybody's calling him Miniature Nagano.
Oh yeah.
This guy is coming from Cameroon, okay? Just like Nagano. 185. He's got an 8-pack at middleweight. I got to get this correct. I think he's got an 83-inch reach. Like some crazy 81-inch. 6'4" with an 81-inch reach. He's 23 years old, okay? This dude's he's gonna be something, but the unfortunate part is his grappling. He looks very bad on the mat. But
yeah,
I forgot. Someone was telling me that he's training with some high level wrestler over in wherever. So he's taking it serious. He's getting his wrestling. He's getting his everything he needs to do. But Robert Valentine, I heard you guys talking about. He was fighting Torres Finney. That fight was really interesting. Finney kept just ragdolling him. There'll be no wrestling from Ateba Gatiar, the silent assassin. He's gonna sit on the outside and he's gonna snipe. Um, I got this fight going under 1.5 at -130, and now the line's up to -160. So I'm glad I got it then. I think a lot of people are just thinking under 1.5. So if he doesn't get him out of there in the first round, he'll get him out in the next 2 minutes in the second. So I think Ateba Gatiar, they're honestly lining him correctly. Give him some solid dudes. Robert Valentine's tough, and they're lining him up to be something. The guy's got all the aura about it. Like I said, he's like a Ngannou. So I'm gonna take Ateba by knockout in rounds 1 or 2, but I'm taking the fight to go under 1.5.
Value DB.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Valentine's gonna try to shoot and take him down, but he should. Like if he wants to win the fight, that's exactly what he should. And he was pretty good defensively against Finney. I mean, Finney wasn't able to sub him, but Finney just went for time and control the whole 3 rounds. So I like with Valentine being a plus 400 underdog, I think I might take a stab at him just because Gatier's got a lot of holes in his game. I feel like, and as long as you can endure, the first round, I think Valentine could pull out a victory. So I think it's actually not going to end the first round. It might even go to decision, but that's real risky. And I don't know if I'm going to put money on it, but give me Valentine for the sake of the show.
Damn, big underdog at plus 400.
Let's go.
I love it. All right. I wanted to focus on a few of these, just for Tom's opinion too. On last weekend we watched Stephen Wonderboy Thompson at 42 years old take on a 27-year-old Ismail Bonfim, and he did phenomenal. He won or lost by split decision. A lot of people thought he won that fight. Because I don't know how much longer you're going to be on, Tom. I wanted to ask you a few more fights. One of my favorite fighters, honestly, I've been watching him for as long as I've been watching UFC, is Brendan All-In Allen, coming from the LFA middleweight. They're defending middleweight champion in the LFA. There's something about Brendan Allen. I like him. He doesn't get a lot of love in the UFC. Don't know why. But we're in Louisiana. He's fighting Marvin Vettori in the UFC Octagon now, not in the Las Vegas Casino Strip. I don't know if you guys saw that on YouTube. That was pretty crazy. But
No, I didn't.
oh, dude, it's pretty wild. But we got some new shit coming into this fight now. They actually make this fight. Marvin Vettori's brother tragically died in the last 3 months. Marvin Vettori is gonna have some shit on his shoulders coming into this fight, so I don't know if he's gonna fight emotional or technical. But I think this fight is really close. And Brendan Allen is currently a -195 favorite. Man, I'm taking Brendan Allen, but like, you've watched these guys fight too, I'm sure, Tom. Like, who do you think?
I like Brendan Allen too.
Yeah,
I think that, like you said, he didn't get a lot of love or whatever. He lost. Didn't he lose his last fight? Or
yeah,
he had a chance to break the top. I don't know what it was to get ranked or get up there or whatever. And
yeah. His last 2 fights, he lost to Nazardine Imavov, who knocked out Izzy, and then he lost to Anthony Hernandez, a really heavy pressure grappler.
yeah, and so hopefully he bounces back because I like him, but I like both them guys. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then who do you got in this one, Dill? Like, I just love Brendan Allen. I've watched all his fights, and like, he's been fighting the top dudes forever, and he's only 29. He's been fighting for a while.
No, I like Allen too. And you kind of know that. We've always been on the same page about Allen. And I specifically like in this fight, Allen by unanimous decision. I think that should be lined up in everyone's parlay, whatever they're betting. They don't have it out there yet. They don't got a number for that. But I mean, we all know Victoria can take a beating, like left and right. Like I don't think he's ever been finished. So Allen specifically by unanimous decision should be really really healthy. Yeah, I mean, it's just, Allen's. I think Allen's going to kind of take the torch for Louisiana too after Dustin's kind of retirement thing. So I think everyone's going to see him as like a Louisianan fighter from here on out. And I've never been a huge fan of Vittori. I've always felt like he's been kind of like two-faced and a little bit just weird back and forth on press conferences and weird things like that, like trying to stir up drama out of nothing. I don't know if that's just what he has to do for fighting or something like that, or maybe it's just the way I perceive it. But give me Allen.
Hell yeah, all in Allen in Louisiana, or actually no, we're in New Orleans, but we're close,
We're close.
real close. Um, I just saw this too, Tom. Now that I just saw it, and I wanted to bring it up next to you. I know when you were calling out a little bit of Martin Boudet, for
Yeah,
your
yeah,
next fight. Did you see they gave it to some guy that is getting his UFC debut next weekend? Martin Boudet's
yeah,
fighting him.
yeah. He's a one veteran, and so
Uh,
it's a test. It's just like that RDR that kind of came over where see what he can do. So yeah, and I'm just calling the guys for fun, whatever, and just trying to poke guys that make it interesting. But yeah, I'll be watching that one because hopefully something comes down the pipe.
Hell yeah. But I should have started this whole thing off in the beginning too. I was really watching those last three heavyweight fights. Like, dude, you could definitely fight Kennedy Nzechukwu, that guy that just lost to Walter Walker. You could
Yeah,
fight Walter Walker. Junior Tafa, you beat the shit out of Junior Tafa. They don't want to
I
see
think
him
he
fight.
I think he went down to 205.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. He went down to 205, but yeah, you destroy him. They don't want to see you
Yeah,
fight him. Who's Austin Lane? Probably gonna get cut from UFC,
yeah, the
unfortunately.
guy he fought though, the Brazilian.
Vitor Petrino bulked up. Yeah. I
Yeah, a
mean,
lot of muscle,
any of
a lot
these,
of muscle
any
in
of
the
these guys.
dog.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know. You look forward to the
They
next
just
fight.
tire
What do you?
quicker.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm excited either way.
Hell yeah, dude. I wish we had another heavyweight fight on this card because obviously, like we were talking about
Let,
last
let,
card,
let, us talk about. Can we go ahead and skip back, or is that
yeah,
against the
yeah,
rules?
yeah. We can skip wherever you want to go.
Let's talk about the main course here. Let's talk about freaking Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. Let's talk
Do it.
about the two legends of the
Yeah,
game.
let's do it. All right, we got the main event, the BMF title, the bad motherfucker title. We got Max Blessed Holloway, 26-8. He is 33 years old. He opened up as a slight pick'em favorite, slightly. He's 5'11", 69-inch reach against Dustin Poirier's 73-inch reach, 5'9". He is 36 years old. He has been very out there saying it's his last dance. He's 30 wins, 9 losses. The Diamond. Yeah, dude, you're right, Tom. I can't wait to watch this fight. I've already been watching all these interviews, and they're trying to get everyone sucked in. And a longtime UFC fans like me and Dill, and obviously you, it's like Diamond, Dustin Poirier is like everyone's fan favorite. I was on him years ago when I first started betting when he knocked out Conor McGregor. The whole world thought he wasn't going to do it. He lost the first time. I had money on him both times after that and cash tickets. I cashed a big ticket when he knocked out Benoit Saint Denis. And what I like about him the most, when he loses, he's a fucking man's man. He takes it on the chin. He doesn't go and cry about it. Like Conor, I hate Conor, but like guys he's fought and their antics, they're just ugh.
Yeah, it was wild when he was calling out like the last time he beat Conor McGregor or whatever. He was like, "Your wife," or like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was
Your wife's
wild.
in my DMs. Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It's like, all right, dude. Yeah, he's an entertainer. But yeah, dude, this fight is fireworks.
But I feel
And
like we're not talking about Max Holloway like bumping up a weight class. Like he looked way better when he fought. Who did he fight? Justin Gaethje at this weight class, right?
yep.
And Max Holloway is a different animal at this weight class. That's what I feel like.
And dude, a lot of people are you're picking Max Holloway.
I'm not picking it. I'm just
No,
happy to be there. Yeah.
no, I'm just saying if you're just like if you're picking the card, you're taking Max Holloway to win the fight.
I honestly like I don't know, but like a 5 rounder, Max Holloway never fades, and now he's got more power, and he put on weight great. Like last time, he didn't get too
Yeah.
bulky, but his legs got bigger, and you could tell like that was just from feet letting his body like recover and eat, and so he's got the big Hawaiian legs, and
Yeah.
that gets a lot of power, So I don't know, like if Dustin Poirier wins this fight, I don't think he's done. Like he can say he's done all he wants, but I feel like we're all crackheads, right? Like, you just got you showed you could still compete. You showed your. I bet you they make something happen. He'll retire for a day and then I gotta get back in the pool. So but if he loses, I bet you he's done. But it's also weird to be like, hey, this is my last fight. This is my last fight. No matter what, there's very few guys that works out for. The only guy that I can think of is Robbie Lawler. Was the only time where it was like, this is my last fight, no matter what. And he went out and just dominated. But usually that doesn't go good. Having that mentality of the
Yeah.
last dance.
Or Habib. Habib did it, but that's the
Yeah.
only and John Jones, but he ain't done. But yeah, dude, I agree. Everything you said is obviously concrete, it's valid. My thing too, you know, Max Holloway looks great at lightweight. He's really filled out. He's a volume puncher and he can hit hard. Like he knocked out Justin Gaethje out cold. Dustin Poirier just got knocked out by Justin Gaethje. Um, Max Holloway, for the first time ever in his whole career, just got knocked out by Ilya Poirier. We'll see how his chin recovers because Dustin Poirier can crack hard. We all know that, and it's in New Orleans. In New Orleans, it's his last fight. It's all for him. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm taking Diamond Dustin Poirier. I get why people are taking Max Holloway, but if this fight is close, if it's close, don't you think they're gonna edge it out to the hometown boy a little bit when everyone's going crazy for?
You
I
want to
don't
know
know.
who the real winners? You want to know who the real winners are going to be? Us.
Oh yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yep. I'll be so happy if this fight's like just a wild, true Dustin Poirier Max Holloway fight.
Oh
And
yeah, you're right. It's gonna be a fight. These guys aren't. I mean, his last fight, right? Air quotes. He's not going out. I mean, when is
yeah,
Dustin Poirier ever in a boring fight?
yeah, never.
Look and look what he did to Islam, dude. I think he was beating Islam Makhachev until the fifth round, and then he got submitted. In my opinion,
Yeah, I don't know about that, but he at least he made it a fight.
he
You
pieced
know,
him up. He went all
yeah.
the way to the fifth round. I don't think anyone's ever went to the fifth round with him.
Oh, there's one block. There's one Australian.
Oh yeah, Volkanovski, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when we watched it at my parents' house, good times. That was a fucking fight. No, that it's gonna be a great fight. What do you think, Dill? What's your read on this fight? Like honestly.
I agree. I'm just so happy we're able to see it. Like we are honestly the true winners here, being able to see this history go down. The third time these guys are meeting. Is Dustin gonna be the first one to kind of get like 3 wins over some guy like this at this caliber for a retirement fight? I don't know. Does Max get his number? Is all this retirement stuff starting to hit Dustin's head? Is he getting too emotional right now? Is he not gonna be in the fighter zone, I don't know. I do think that Dustin though is the type of guy who he's wrote his own book. Like he's came from nothing. He's wrote a story. Like he's done everything right along the way. Like he's just a dude you want to root for, and that's why we all root for him. Like he is the fighter's fighter. He's your favorite fighter's fighter. And yeah, like for him, if you're to go out on his own way, this way, like he's been saying it the whole time, like he doesn't want the fighting to make him quit. Like he's gonna quit when he wants to. So I love Dustin. I'm gonna go with Dustin as well, but I really don't care who wins this fight. Like if it's Max, I'm so happy for it as well. He looks great, like Tommy was saying. Like those Polynesians really put on the weight good in the wrists and the ankles. It seems like those just beef up right away. So it's gonna be a war. But I did see that like Max had a little bit of a cut over his head. I don't know if he got that from like fight camp, and I know it'll probably like glue it up something real quick. But he didn't have a slice. It looked like over one of his eyes. So we'll see. We'll see what really happens. But it's gonna be just a great fight. I'm happy for it. I just wonder when the pointing's gonna happen down in the ring. Who's gonna point first? If it's gonna be Max, if it's gonna be Dustin, and then what's gonna happen? I mean, is Max gonna point down and is Dustin gonna go for the double leg blast? Or is he gonna jump the ghillie right away? Or who knows what's gonna happen?
I can't wait to find out. But hey
I
guys,
hope, I hope both of them line up on the edge of the cage. Max points to the middle, and Dustin pulls his shorts up, and we just a war.
them damn shorts.
Yeah.
But hey guys, I'm so sorry to be doing this to you guys, but I gotta go put this little guy to bed.
Nah, dude. Don't be
Bye,
sorry.
all. Good seeing you. Thanks for joining.
Always a pleasure,
Glad
guys.
you had to go on, man.
Alright, bye.
Sleep.
No, dude. Yeah, we're glad we had the boy on. We can't wait for his next fight. That's gonna be happening soon. I would imagine he's gonna hear some news.
Yeah. No, it's cool. He's able to cut out a little bit of time out of his busy schedule and meet with us for a bit, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. Dad duty calls, as you can see. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got three kids, devoted dad. He's tired. No, when we were saying, man, that fight's gonna be wild. But should we just finish this card out where we left off? Go through these quick and
Sure.
Old school style. I know it's already 10 o'clock, but we don't have to spend a crazy amount of time on this. Any of those fights we talk about, like Jackson McVeigh, is that your underdog of the card, or like who's your favorite underdog so far? Because you picked Robert Valentine too, which is I like it.
Yeah. I don't know if they're like my favorite underdog though, but gosh, it's gonna be tough. No, I think one of the next ones might be one of my more confident underdogs.
Hell yeah! All right. Excuse me. So we went from a Gatiar, we skipped Prado and Vertenikov. So we'll go to there quick. Prado, Vertenikov. Man, Prado's 23 years old, fighting a 35-year-old Vertenikov with a temper issue. His last fight against Austin Vanderford when he got knocked out and then got up and tried fighting him. Man, I bet Prado against, was it Daniel Zellhuber, which was a terrible bet, or no, it was Jamie Malarkey, his UFC debut, and he lost. And then from there on, I had a bad taste in my mouth against him. Dude, he's he's got a 69-inch reach in the welterweight division. He's 5'10". He's more like 5'9" or 5'8". I really don't know what to make of this one because they're both on 2-fight skids. I guess I'll go with the younger, really young 23-year-old fighting that 35-year-old on his way out the door. I guess give me Prado for the show, but I ain't betting it.
I kind of agree. They have Sam Reed. Like I don't have a lot of faith in either one of these guys. I mean, they're both great fighters and they're trying to make a name for themselves. But maybe give me Prado. I almost feel like Prado could be fighting like a weight class lower, but I don't know. Just yeah, I'll take Prado.
I agree, 1,000,000%. You're totally right. Like this kid can make 155. He's got a 69-inch reach. You're fighting like Tony Ferguson had 77-inch reach at lightweight at 155. Like, there's people that are, Daniel Zellhuber. There's guys that Esteban Ribovics, like guys at lightweight that are still longer than you. So he should be cutting down. He doesn't want to discipline or something. I don't know, but
yeah, I don't know either. Is it just because he's young and maybe his coaches want him kind of getting this experience up here before he cuts down? I don't know.
Good question, dude. I don't know either. It's interesting. The next fight, which is Brendan Allen's my guy. We already kind of touched on that. You're taking Marvin Vettori? Or no?
No, I'm on.
You're all in.
Yeah, I'm with Allen for sure. I specifically, like I said, I think Allen by unanimous decision because we all know Vettori can take a punch. And I think that should definitely be lined up. That's like an anchor play in my opinion, but who knows? And Victoria, I think, was already complaining about his shoulder already still bothering him or something like that. I know
Oh,
he's gonna
really?
throw with a bum shoulder, but his shoulder's never fully recovered, and he's just got so much going on right now. And with the beef they have going on, I feel like it's eating up Victoria more than his Allen. So yeah, give me Allen. Allen's already inside his head, and yeah,
Yeah,
Allen all day.
I like it. Excuse me. Um, yeah, Brendan Allen. Okay, moving on to the next fight. Probably my favorite fight, or my favorite pick of the whole card. I'm taking Vinicius Lockdog Oliveira. He's like a minus 150 right now against Kyler Phillips. So Vinicius Lockdog Oliveira is on a great fight win streak right now. Like last 5 fights, he's finished 4 of them or 3 of them. Sorry. 29 years old. He's got a 70.5 inch reach. He's 5'9". Kyler Phillips is going to have a inch and a half reach advantage at 72. He's 5'8", 30 years old, and he is the underdog. And he's coming off a loss against Rob Font. In an interesting fight, Rob Font, I think Rob Font loses to Vinicius Oliveira. I think Oliveira has, all the upside, all the finishing upside in the fight. Kyler Phillips looks pretty well in the first round. And then he starts fading and gassing super hard in the second and third round. And if you're tired against Oliveira and he senses that, he's going to throw the kitchen sink at your body and your head. Look what he did to the flying knee to Bernardo Sopaj all
I was
those years
just
ago.
gonna say specifically
You know,
that flying knee in the third round is gonna come, and that thing was beautiful.
beautiful timed. And I was just talking to my coworker Alex about this today at work, that he was losing that fight against Sopaj until in the third round. To start the third round, I think he was going up high, and then he was rib roasters to the body. He was working the body. So when Bernardo Sopaj was tired, beaten up in the third round, he thought he was going to throw that knee to the body. His hands were up here. They dropped. Knee to the head. Knockout of the whole year. Nuts. And now he's been on a crazy streak. Ricky Simone couldn't take him down. Who's the other guys here? Ricky Simone. Saeed Nurmagomedov couldn't take him down. Yeah, dude, I'm high on him. And Kyler Phillips in like his last 4 fights, he's been like big favorites. He was a massive favorite against Rob Font and lost. And now he's the underdog. So interesting enough, a lot of people, 94% of Tapology is taking Oliveira. A lot of people have switched on Kyler Phillips. I was never high on Kyler Phillips, and I'm high on Oliveira, and he's got all the skills. He's 29 years old. He's a game opponent. He's a quick. He's the he's the lock dog, man. He's the lock, and his leg kicks are nasty. His leg kicks, he hits really hard. I think he's crafty. I am sniffing out a submission for some reason. I don't know why. He's got like 2 or 3 on his record, and the rest are knockouts and decisions. The majority, a lot of knockouts he's got. For some reason, I'm sniffing a submission, but give me Vinicius Oliveira at minus 150. I think it's a gift. He should be like minus, I think like minus 250, minus 200 for sure. What do you got, brother?
I just want to say really quick, you said that Oliveira by submission is plus 1600. So if you want that, go ahead and take it real quick. I also do like Vinicius. I mean, after that knee, I've been a fan ever since. Like the dude he's a go-getter. He'll fight for your money no matter what. And like, yeah. I've always been wrong too with Kyler Phillips. Like when I think he's gonna win, he loses. When I think he's gonna lose, he ends up winning. So for some reason I can't get a good bet or read on him. So yeah, give me Oliveira. I do like Block Dog as well. So I'm kind of thinking I'm seeing this the same way as you are. I don't know if he's gonna finish him or get a submission, but I mean, Phillips is a good fighter. Nothing against Phillips at all, but I think Oliveira's going to edge it out just by a little bit.
Agree with you. Moving on to the main card, which is kind of interesting. This fight, you got Michael Old Man Johnson taking on Daniel Golden Boy Zellhuber. Michael Johnson, plus 400 underdog. He's 39 years old. 5'10", 73.5 inch reach. Daniel Zellhuber's 77-inch reach. He's 6'1", 26 years old. Yes, I said that right. 26 years old. It's a 13-year difference. Crazy. Minus 575 favorite. And Daniel Zellhuber hasn't fought in 9 months in his war against Esteban Ribovics, his last fight. Man, Michael Johnson's on a 2-fight win streak, and he just knocked out Otman Azatar like brutally. I can't say I'm taking Michael Johnson, but I would not throw Daniel Zellhuber in a parlay like at minus 600, minus 700. He should win this fight. I'll take him for the show, but I ain't betting this fight with a 10-foot pole. I'll tell you that right now. Way too big of a chalky favorite, in my opinion, bro. I need to see more from him. You know, like if Daniel Zellhuber, I think Esteban Ribovics is well. I think he's a great fighter. If he would have knocked out Landon Bonata 2 years ago in his UFC debut, or no, if he didn't lose his UFC debut to Trey Ogden, like, and then Francisco Prada, he just decisioned that Prada, the guy that's fighting on the undercard we talked about, Lando Bonata, unanimous decision. Like, you should be finishing these guys, and he's not. So, Michael Johnson is a dog on a stick, dude. Like, Michael Johnson, sometime back in space, knocked out Dustin Poirier in the UFC. Dustin Poirier's in the main event, retiring. It's all about him on this card, and Michael Johnson's opening up the main card, and he knocked out Dustin Poirier. So I'm like, you know, Michael Johnson's sneaky, so I ain't betting it, but for the show, I'll take Zellhuber.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want the one complaint I have on this card, because you said we were switching to talk about the main card, is I do not know why Victory and Allen is not on the main card. Like that in itself
you.
should be like that could be a fight night. That could be a headliner for a fight night.
Well,
So
fuck
why they do not have that somewhere up higher on the main card and have these guys at like media day? I mean, Allen being from Louisiana, you know, or having relations with Louisiana, you know, they so that's the one. That's the only complaint I have. I mean, other than that, UFC put together great UFC 318. So sorry, I just had to throw that in there. That reminded
No,
me of
I,
it.
I agree, dude. And like I was saying when Tom was here, they do Brennan Allen kind of dirty. Like they don't give him the
Yeah,
props he deserves, in my opinion. He doesn't have
yeah,
the following on Instagram. He's got like 52,000 followers, while people got millions. Like I don't know why people don't like him. He's a fucking skilled, tough middleweight fighter. But sorry to cut you off. I agree.
no, you're all good. And this fight, yeah, I really don't know. I think this one I might just kind of enjoy. I don't know if I'm gonna bet it. Yeah, with Zellhuber at minus 625, you can't really put it in anything like that. Maybe even I might even take Michael Jackson just at being the underdog. And Michael Johnson, he's just such a good fighter and like an honest, humble dude. Like he just got his jacket for 50 clean tests. They gave it to him this media day today. So they gave him that nice like Leatherman's kind of coat, saying that he's passed 50 tests, not showing any sort of bad results or anything like that. So the dude, like he's always texting the drug guys. And I want to ask Tommy kind of how that all works. Like what is it like when you take the test, and how can you get a hold of them and text them stuff? Because I guess Michael Johnson texts him all the time, like, hey, can I be taking this vitamin? Can I do this? Like I have a medicine for this. Can I take this, or is this illegal or not? So that dude's like by the book. Like he never screws anything up, and he's kind of one of those fighters where it makes me think of the other fighters who do fail the drug test. Like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, you clearly know you're doing something wrong. Like, if this guy's got it all straightened out. So, this is gonna be a good fight. I just want to enjoy it. It's a great way to open up the main card. But betting wise, I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, dude. The lines are crazy. And yeah, all props to Michael Johnson. What a true athlete, professional. Moving on. Dan 50K Ige taking on Patricio Pitbull. And we got Dan Ige opened up as a minus 180 favorite. He's 33 years old, 146 pounds. I don't know why I said the pounds. He's 33 years old, 5'7", with a 71-inch reach. He's gonna have a 5.5-inch reach advantage on Pitbull at 65.5-inch reach for him. He's 5'6", and he's 38. So he's a little kind of an old man now. UFC debut against Yair Rodriguez. Tough debut to fight Yair Rodriguez 3 months ago, by the way. My opinion, Dan Ige hits harder than Yair Rodriguez. Dan Ige is shorter than Yair. And these guys are going to sit in the pocket and bang. Give me Dan 50K Ige all the time on the fucking power. Dan 50K Ige knocks down like all of his opponents. You know, he knocked down Bryce Mitchell. He knocked out Andre Fili. He knocked down Diego Lopez on like an hour's notice. He knocked down Lerone Murphy bad, who just went on to beat Josh Emmett. Is probably going to be fighting top guys in the division soon. And then he went out there as an underdog and knocks out Sean Woods. Give me Dan 50K Ige, dude. For sure. And I want to say, if people have made it this far, stick around till the end of the show. I'm going to give out a nice little 3-4 leg parlay. That's some macaroon for sure. Who you got in this fight, bro?
This one's again gonna be very close. I'd like to just enjoy it. I like maybe a little sneaky knockout Hawaiian punch parlay with Ige getting a little knockout and Max Holloway getting a little knockout. Put that together, see what that pays out. Who knows? The Hawaiians go 2 for 2 on the card. But this is gonna be good, and I don't know, man. Maybe I might give it to Patricio. I think maybe he finally gets his first UFC win, but I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough one. And just for that reason, I don't know if I'm going to quite bet it. I mean, you got to throw it in here and there, just to see kind of what the odds are and to have a little stake on the fight, make it a little fun. But I'm going to go with Patricio just for the sake of the show.
Hey, man. Going on the underdog against Dan 50K Ige. It's going to be a good fight. I think Patricio's a little old, but hey, me and Dill are against each other on there, and that's what makes the show fun. Moving on, we got Kevin Holland taking on Daniel Rodriguez, and another fun fight. Kevin Holland, man, this guy fighting all the fucking time. He just fought a month ago, month and 5 days. He fought 3 months, so he literally fought. Get this, bro, a year and a month ago, 9 months ago, 5 months ago, 3 months ago, 1 month ago. This dude's just fighting all the time, and that's why the UFC loves him. He goes out there, he fights all the time, and he's winning. Out of those, a year and a month, he's fought 5 fights, and he's 3-2. He's fighting Michael Olazechuk, Roman Dolidze, Renier de Ritter. Both those guys are 185s. Goes down to welterweight, beats Gunnar Nelson, almost finishes him, and then submits Vicente Luque a month ago. I ain't got to waste time on this one. I do like Daniel Rodriguez. I think he's good stamina, and he can hold his own. He's a big guy, obviously, but he's 38 years old, and he's taking on the Trailblazer at 170. As long as Kevin keeps it serious and he wants to win this, and I think he knocks him out. Give me Kevin Holland, dude. He's on a streak.
Yeah, I like it. I like your read. Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for this fight. We wanted this fight to happen for quite a bit. They've had to reschedule it. Yeah, Kevin Holland, I think, is the most active fighter right now in the UFC. Is his 4th fight on the year, and he's, if things go right, he could keep scheduling to possibly break that. Maybe get 6th in the year. Who knows? We'll see what kind of pace they put him on. I like D-Rod, though, as well. I mean, the southpaw going up against the orthodox, but he doesn't quite have the reach. It's a little bit shorter. I like his activity though. He's a little bit more. He puts more out there. I mean, do they all land? No, but gosh, is Daniel going to be my underdog of the card and just kind of upset everybody and everyone's going to get mad? The odds say no, but give me Daniel Rodriguez.
Damn.
I know.
You crazy, bro. Can we do a shot bet on that? Or don't you
Absolutely.
Or are the odds is so crazy you don't even? Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd rather do that. Yeah, I'd rather do a shot bet than anything else. So yeah, we'll do a shot bet for that one.
Fuck yeah.
My LA boy, let's go.
All right, man. Fuck yeah. I love that. Co-main event, which I think is like I think they did Dustin and Max a little dirty on this dusty co-main event for a title fight, like a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like, look at our last pay-per-view. UFC 317, Pantoja Kai Kara France for a true feather flyweight title fight. And it was a great fight. I mean, Pantoja did what he did. You know, these I don't know, man. There's something about pay-per-view event. When you make us pay $80, like you should give us a co-main event that's awesome and a main event that's awesome. Well, you did half of that. You know, the main event's fantastic, but I guess I have a little bone to pick with this fight because you got Paulo Costa, who's honestly he's been kind of a letdown in the last few years, unfortunately. But 4 years ago, it feels like an eternity. He got knocked out by Israel Adesanya. He hasn't fought in a year and a month. He fought a year ago against Sean Strickland. He's finally getting back in there. Meanwhile, Roman Kopylov, air quotes, knocked out Chris Curtis. And decision splitted Cesar Almeida, who's dog shit in my opinion. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of this fight. I think it's really interesting because Roman Kopylov is a pretty sizable favorite right now. And he hasn't fought like anyone even on close on Paulo's radar. And Paulo Costa is not the older man. Both these guys are 34 years old. Paulo's always on that secret juice, whatever the hell he's on. The dude looks freakishly big. I mean, he's fought Yoel Romero, took all his strikes. He fought Robert Whitaker, Sean Strickland, Luke Rockhold. He's fought a lot of good guys. And you can't really finish him unless you're Israel Adesanya. Izzy's the only guy that's ever done it. I don't know, man. Something about this fight is screaming underdog Paulo Costa because Roman Kopylov is not tested as Paulo Costa is. But he also has 12 knockout victories. He's been subbed twice, but Paulo Costa ain't taking him down, subbing him. I don't know, man. Roman Kopylov, he's quite a few knockout wins in his last few fights, but he's fighting guys the likes of like Josh Fremd, Punahele Soriano, like those guys. Like, what do you think Paulo Costa was going to do to them years ago? He's knocking out Josh Fremd and Punahele Soriano and shit. So, I don't know, man. I think this is a skills, experience levels. I don't know. Roman Kopylov, I think, should have got, let me think quickly, in the middleweight division. He should have got someone like a tier down from Paulo Costa. Who can you think that's like a tier down from Paulo Costa? Maybe like a Marvin Vittori? Like Brendan Allen.
Yeah.
Brendan Allen and Paulo Costa should be fighting, in my opinion. And then Marvin Vittori should be fighting him, but I don't know. I'd have to look at the division. Roman Dolidze. There's another good one he could fight. So, give me Paulo Costa. I don't say that often. I really don't. He's not my favorite fighter. I think he can be low volume. But against like Yoel Romero, he threw like 180 significant strikes. And he doesn't tire out. I think he's got great stamina. I probably won't bet it. But give me a pick. Give me the underdog. He's not my favorite underdog, but give me Paulo Costa.
All right. I like the breakdown. I think Kopylov is just a better fighter. I think he's a little more well-rounded. I think he's got a more of a gas tank. I'm not that high on Paulo Costa. I like Kopylov in this one, taking the southpaw up against Orthodox again. I think Kopylov has a few more takedowns than Costa does. And who, I mean, in your opinion, like who's better on the ground? Who do you think is gonna win by sub? If I were to give you two sub props right now, which one are you gonna take?
Ooh, fuck. Wow, I mean, I don't even really know if Roman has any subs. I think they're both kind of. I'd have to pick Paulo, to be honest. I have to pick
And you're
Paulo.
lying with the bookies too. Paulo Costa by submission is plus 1400. I like the Roman Kopylov by submission at plus 22. But I mean, that's if you got money to throw away. But my gut's telling me to go with Kopylov, go with the Russian. So I think I'm gonna stick with that.
That's probably because Roman Kopylov's been submitted twice. Paulo Costa's never been submitted. That's my theory, probably, right?
That makes sense.
All right, I don't hate it. You're probably going to be right. I'm not a huge fan of Paulo Costa. I just think it's a little too soon for Roman Kopylov. And moving on to the main event, I know we talked about it some. We can touch on some shit that we didn't. I think this fight's just gonna be awesome for how long as it lasts. I do have to ask you though, like, do you think this fight ends in decision or finish?
Gosh, that's tough. Do you have the odds on that? Do you know what they are?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
I
put them up here. I got them right here. So,
it would be. I
so
can see it going either way, dude.
well, the fight over 4.5 is minus 165. Under 4.5 is plus 125. Um, how will the fight end? What do you think the most favorited prop is that the fight ends? How the fight ends? By decision or knockout?
Decision.
Yeah. Decision's minus 150. How will the fight end? Decision. KO's plus 125. And submission is plus 750.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, they're both,
What if
experienced
Dustin jumps
championship
in
fighters,
third?
so they know how to pace themselves for the 5 rounds. So I'm like the first 3 rounds, there's just gonna be playing game back and forth. I don't see anybody getting knocked out in the first 3 rounds, but that fifth round, you never know what's gonna happen,
Point to the canvas and they're fucking
right?
swinging like him and Justin
What's
were.
what's fight to end in the fifth round? I wonder what that would be. But I'm so happy we get to see it. I mean, we literally get to see history being made right here. Like, and I
Plus
do think it's
1,000.
Dustin's last fight ever.
Sorry, plus 1,000.
In the fifth?
Yeah.
Give me some of that. There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, you think it's Dustin's last fight? Like, what if he goes out there and looks really good and like beats the shit out of Max all 5 rounds or all four, or potentially and drops him or he knocks him out? Like, what if he gets on the mic and he's like, Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. What if you say I go and take down that Ilya Taporia and become champ? Like, dude, Ilya versus Dustin Poirier in the lightweight division. They keep the lightweight division alive because Ilya's running for Islam or to move up to welterweight. I
Then
think he's
Ilya
probably
does
done.
Dustin like he did Charles. Charles
I
or
know.
Dustin knows that that's a possibility. He doesn't want to see it happen. Like Ilya's just younger. He's on a different field right now. Like the dude's just on a tear. I think Dustin has it all mapped out. He's got the storybook thing going. He knows what he's doing right now. Like he's a man of his
I
word.
agree.
He said he's gonna put the gloves down. If he does retire though with a win, I think he's more likely to come back if they're to put together some weird like retirement fight, like him and Gaethje, like come back for some weird thing. Because I feel like they're both going to kind of be done, and maybe they can see both of them coming back for something. But no, and if he loses, I think he's just going to be fine with Max taking his retirement fight. Like, who better for that to happen? Like, I think he's a man of his word, and I think he's going to actually be done. We'll see. Time will
I
tell.
agree with that. He is a man of his word and probably already promised his wife, and he has a boy on the way, and he's made plenty of money.
Yeah, and he's got all of his business things lined up, and he's already talked about like being at the booth or something, doing something with ESPN. So I think he's already thinking at the next level. But with him thinking at the next level, like is that jeopardizing his fight right now? I don't know, because I feel like Max is still kind of in the zone. So who knows? Diamonds are forever, baby. Diamonds are forever. And
Hell
he's
yeah.
gonna be walking out with Wayne too. Little Wayne's gonna be walking
Dude,
him
I
out.
saw that. Lil Wayne, dude, I'm gonna be standing in front of my TV like this. Dude, I mean, it's gonna be weird, you know? I don't know. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be awesome. I like Max a lot. I like Dustin a lot. I don't even want to see those guys punch each other in the face, but Max is a tough fucking retirement fight. But Dustin Poirier, nonetheless, is my underdog of the card.
Hey, there we
At
go.
at slight plus money, but dude, I just think he's like very live to be the fuck. I don't know. He's got it's his retirement fight. He's in New Orleans. He's got all this. He's already won twice. Like I don't know. Max gonna be fighting for a while. He could just take a small little dive and just be like, "You deserve this." You know, like I don't know. I have no idea, dude.
I'm just so glad we get to see it.
Yeah, me too. But I'm taking Dustin. Are you taking Dustin too for the show?
Yeah, for the show, I'll take Tussle now. Absolutely. I'm so happy we get to see it. We are the winners in this fight. Thank you, fighters, for putting this on for the people.
Um, I think I'm gonna do it too. Like, do Jackson McVeigh, Bruno Ferreira, um, Islam Dolatov, Ateba Gautier. Those are some violent fights. There's Kevin Holland. There's some violent fights. The main event. There's some really Ryan Spann, Lucas Bresky. There's potential for a lot of finishes. So I think it's a sneaky, low key card. I think it can be very, very exciting. Unfortunately, well, you're going to be having fun. I'm not going to say unfortunately. You're going to be having fun at a concert. Uh, I'll be watching at home on my couch. Are you going to be watching at all? Are you going to have time to watch it at all?
I'll probably watch it next day, Sunday. I'll probably be hungover and be watching it Sunday in a hotel room or something like that.
Hell yeah. So I shouldn't text you all my reactions.
Please don't. Like, I'm gonna shut my phone off. Like, I don't
Alright.
want to get any spoilers or anything like that. Like, I want to, yeah.
Fuck
I'll
yeah,
do
I
something.
won't.
One sneaky one I did want to say quick before we got done. Was a little three-legger that I was thinking about, want to get your opinion on. But Atieb Gaetier by points or Robert Valentin by submission at plus 450. Lucas Bresky at plus 185, and then Crute by decision at plus 275. So you put that all together, and like $10 pays you out like I think almost 600.
Insane.
But I don't know, something to think about. Give me your thoughts later. Something, text me, and then we'll all post the props later, or post all our bets later.
Yeah, Gautier by points is kind of crazy. This is the one little sneaky parlay that I just cooked up before we got on the show. Ryan Spann round 1 plus 170. Islam Dolatov round 1 plus 100 because I think he could knock him out. Or I think he could submit him, but probably gonna knock him out. Ateba Gautier by TKO KO round 1 plus 140. I'm getting plus money at that. And then Vinicius Oliveira money line minus 155 returns you a plus 2,000. So if you put 100 on that, that's 2,000. 4 legs. All 3 of those guys that I haven't finishing in round 1 are going to be violent. I think Ryan Spann wins in round 1 or he loses. I'm willing to die on that hill, and I'm getting plus money at it. And then Vinicius Oliveira money line. I think he could finish Phillips late in the round, but if you're gonna give me like almost plus money at minus 150, like I consider that really close to plus money. I'm gonna throw that in a parlay for money line. So I like that one. I did make this one too. We got
That's better than my parlay. Let's edit my parlay out. Let's keep yours in there. I like that one.
nah, I like yours. I also did this 6-leg parlay. It's kind of under 1.5. Islam Dolatov Fugit minus 200. Under 1.5. Gautier minus 130. Brendan Allen at a minus 200 money line. Vinicius money line minus 160. Dan Ige minus money line minus 195. Kevin Holland money line minus 470. Potential payout 600.
There you go.
Six legs, 4 money lines, and 2 under 1.5s on those violent up and coming dudes. So we'll see what happens, guys. Thanks for staying, watching the whole thing, or even if you zoom forward to timestamps. We're glad we had Tom on. You know, he's busy. Next time we're gonna have like an interview and talk about fighting and wrestling and where he wants to be next in his fights. And obviously we know he wants to fight and he was willing to fight everybody. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Let us know your favorite underdog of the card. Let us know, you know, a few parlays you're gonna pick. Interact, comment below, like this, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Dylan, did you pick your underdog of the card? Or am I just
I'm gonna go with Rodriguez. Hefty one.
Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Daniel Rodriguez against Terrence McKinney. I think he's like plus 390.
Yeah, Rodriguez against Kevin Holland.
Or yeah, Kevin Holland. Thank you. Yeah, not Terrence McKinney. My bad.
Damn, Daniel Rodriguez. All right, like I respect it. I respect it. All right, you crazy motherfucker. I'm taking slight. Slight plus money on Dustin Diamonds Forever, and you're taking Daniel Rodriguez. You guys heard it here first. Thanks for tuning in to the Tussle Talk, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Stay fighting.